Support Black-owned journalism now more than ever. Black-owned media faces threats and needs our support. Help keep Black voices alive by donating today. Support Black voices today.
Snow, 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 snow. Go party, it's a snow day. You won't be tardy cause it's a snow day. You can sip hot chocolate cause it's a snow day. And you don't have to do your homework, it's a snow day. You can find me in the Dove, coffee in my mug. Mama Nature's dropping snow and your school is staying shut. If you're into wearing sweats and you're into wearing Uggs, come get real snug cause nothing's opening up. When you pull the shades up, you'll see snow on your shrub. When I say a couple feet will pile up. When I say it's a snow day, all the students show me love, even teachers on the low.
My mic sounds. Ah, I got it back, ONG? Holy smoke! It's the power, folks. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. We got some sound now, ONG. How about you, Miss Minnie? Terrell, we got sound. Okay, finally, says ONG. But this is from New England to DC. It is a complete and utter whiteout. I'm looking out this huge picture window here, and it's like a postcard. It all looks nice right now, but who's going out there and shoveling this? Who's gonna do that? They're saying that it's falling at more than an inch per hour in most places. Some areas expecting as much as 30 inches of snow. I thought we were done with this. Winds have gusted to almost 80 miles per hour in southeast Massachusetts. Flights are canceled left and right, and I know that very well. My family is in Puerto Rico. They was there Thursday. Since Thursday, it was supposed to come back tomorrow or today, this morning. And by Saturday night, they had already canceled all the flights ahead of the storm. The earliest that they can come back is Thursday, so they get a week-long vacation. And I guarantee you they expect to have the snow removed by the time they get back. This is how they are, especially when you're dealing with women and girls. They expect to have it done. The Weather Service says the low pressure system has intensified rapidly. So this nor'easter's central pressure plunged at 50 or 40, I should say, millibars in 24 hours, according to the National Weather Center. Everything is canceled. I got out of New York early yesterday. Didn't get any sleep. Got out of New York real early to beat all of this. I had changed my Acela train. Had to get back here. At what 6 in the morning? No sleep. No rest for the weary. This weather. I thought we were done. But in general, folks, the heaviest snow and strongest winds is going to last much of today and tonight. It's supposed to slowly diminish in the mid-Atlantic states to New York's tri-state area later tonight. But that said, travel will continue to be hazardous. Flights are going to continue to be grounded. This stuff is it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. There's the White House. I mean, I think most people could care less if that froze over. Like something else supposed to freeze over, right? Look at this. It's just unbelievable that we are having this yet again. Yet again. Oh, look at that. And that's what we're looking at right now. That's what we're looking. The blizzard warning that went into effect early yesterday, or really Saturday night. We well past the winter storm warning phase of this. Well past that. And this is where we are now. I mean, wow. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not on my watch, as they say. This was not supposed to happen. But there's going to be a lot more coverage of this as we continue to dig out, because that's going to be the next thing, digging out. Also, accidents and things of that nature. We're kind of hoping that it's minimized. Folks got to be careful. I saw a couple of accidents yesterday before things got really bad. But they have to be very, very, very careful, because this is these pictures. They say one picture is worth 1,000 words. Just unbelievable. At least right there, you could kind of see some pavement, right? You could see some pavement. Oh gosh, the trouble with this weather. Well, folks, also in the news, there's other news. Believe it or not, there's always something crazy coming out of Pennsylvania Avenue, but we won't go there as of yet. But where we will go is something very important. Check.
The fight for fair wages for all, tip workers, restaurant workers, and others continue with one fair wage, the NAACP, the National Restaurant Association, others who are fighting for this cause. We will take you inside where folks like Congressman Yusef Salaam of New York, NAACP President Derek Johnson, and others are leading the charge. Watch, let it be known.
Yeah, so this one fair wage situation, folks, is I was there with these two gentlemen, President Derek Johnson and Councilman Yusef Salam at the New York Hilton, where One Fair Wage is fighting for a living wage for all. Civil rights leaders, they gathered there with One Fair Wage and others at the Hilton Midtown Manhattan. Senior Vice President of Strategy and Advancement at the NAACP, Jamal Watkins, said that as we think about the partnership with One Fair Wage and the relationship with labor, the NAACP and labor are married. The movement of working people is the movement of Black people, the movement of brown people, the movement of women, the movement of children, and the movement of folks who had to make this country what it is. It was held during the NAACP's national leadership convening and during Black History Month, of course, which we currently remain in. Derek Johnson, of course, as we mentioned, was there. The members of the Urban League's leadership, the New York NAACP chair, Mr. Williams was there, or Mrs. Williams, I should say, was there. Council member Yusef Salam, One Fair Wage president and co-founder Saru Jayaraman was there as well. Tip workers and small business owners and labor advocates, they said they were calling for the passage of living wage for all legislation, which was newly introduced in New York. And listen, the history behind this is so interesting. The unfair wages for tip workers in particular date back a very long time. The proposed measure that they have in New York would increase the minimum wage closer to the cost of living, at least $30 an hour in the city, or in the state, I should say, and $25 an hour federally. It would also, and just as importantly, eliminate all sub-minimum wages, including the tip minimum wage that remains $2.13 an hour. How? And they want to tax tips, and when these people are hard workers are making $2.13 an hour. This is where the whole disconnect, the haves and the have-nots, right? They want you to continue to be the have-nots. But One Fair Wage and the NAACP, the Urban League, and others, they're fighting. They're really fighting hard for this. And they do have New York City Councilman Yusef Salam on their side. So, that's a member of council who's going to have to vote on this particular legislation. But as it was stated there during the news conference, the unfair sub-minimum wages go back beyond emancipation, or to emancipation. And so they're fighting hard. You can follow One Fair Wage and the whole fight at their website, One Fair Wage, OFW. Now to the occupant on Pennsylvania Avenue. And here's a question that folks still, even though C-SPAN has come out with a statement, folks want to know, was that really the president trying to imitate someone else, calling into C-SPAN? It was very interesting because it was a name. It sounded like Trump, but it was a name that Trump had used so much in the past, and it happens to be his son's name. Barron. John Barron is the name. Trump used to use the name John Barron throughout the 80s when he would pretend to have a publicist, and he would call news reporters under the pseudonym John Barron. Well, you be the judge. Check this out.
John in Virginia, Republican. Let's hear from you.
Well, this is John Barron, and this is the worst decision you've ever had in your life, practically. Jack's going to agree with me, right? But this is a terrible decision. And you have Hakeem Jeffries, he's a dope, and you have Chuck Schumer, who can't cook a cheeseburger. Of course these people are happy. But true Americans will not be happy. And you have the woman earlier, I assume she's a woman, she's a Democrat, but she said she's disgraced. She's devastated.
All right,
by
John.
this.
We'll go to Chester, who's in Baton.
The C-SPAN network has received lots and lots of attention over the weekend, until the storm, of course. But this viral clip emerged that had people wondering if the president called into the network to air the grievances about the Supreme Court, which he's basically calling them turncoats because they made a ruling that seemed to make sense about those tariffs. The caller certainly sounded like Trump with a stuffy nose. And some said, hey, it's not beyond Trump to disguise his voice. I mean, or tried to disguise it, but the same mannerism seems to have come through, right? Oh gosh. Yes, that was Donald, says Orangey. A lot of people believe it was the president. To be quite honest, I believe it was the president. He's really upset with this Supreme Court. John Roberts better watch his back now. He's very, very upset. It's absolutely hilarious that this is a court that has repeatedly gone with the president. Repeatedly. It's certainly, they've acted in a quid pro quo manner. You appointed us, we are going to vote your way every single time. And this is one of those times where the majority went against him, and he just can't fathom that loyalty was broken and the law was followed. Oh, it is it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting. We're gonna switch gears. It's a very serious and sad story coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. This young man, Cal Basinger, very, very sad story. He had been missing since Valentine's Day, 21 years old. He was found hanging in an Atlanta park. Cobb County Police have not released his name officially, they said, but his family did identify Cal as the victim. He was reported missing, and family, on a frantic search, discovered him hanging in a park. Now, folks, I don't care what anybody says. People don't hang themselves in a park. A black person, in particular, from a tree. Just let's kill that noise. Kill that noise. But Cal was found hanging, and his family understandably so, rightfully so, wants answers. Cobb County authorities say they are continuing to investigate the case. They are awaiting the medical examiner's final autopsy. They say that witnesses saw a man walk into a wooded area of the park on Valentine's Day at around 4:28 p.m. Then on February 18th at 9:46 a.m., someone called 911 to report a dead person in the same wooded area of Fair Oaks Park. Detectives reported they found no evidence of anyone else's involvement in the missing person's death, and police are saying there are no signs of foul play. How about the rope around his neck? After he was reported missing, a video surfaced online of a distressing encounter he had with the police. In the video, which appears to have been posted on his social media account, he is filming a police officer and asking him why he was made to give over his identification. He also says that he believes the officer is acting illegally by asking him for his identification. It seems that the officer asked him to hand over his student ID to prove he was a college student at Georgia State University. According to local 11 Alive station, Chase Hole, who spoke to Cal's family, they are not focusing on speculation that his death may have been foul play. Right now, online speculation is the least of our worries, they said. We are focused on burying our son, and I'm happy to have found him. So, RNG, yeah, I'm going to show what RNG says here. He says, nobody or no science will make me believe these young black men are hanging themselves. They tried that in Mississippi. Second autopsy proved the young man died of blunt force trauma in Mississippi. And that is exactly what I'm saying. That all of a sudden now, the last, couple of years or so in the South, you're getting black men, particularly young black men, hanging themselves. That's just, I can't imagine. Can't imagine. And to date, there's been nothing in his family, no one in his family, I should say, who has reported any signs that he was under duress, any type of personal trauma, any type of depression. But say that was the case. The idea that this 21-year-old would go out to a park in the South, in Georgia, put a noose around his neck and hang himself from a tree, it just doesn't sound realistic. Doesn't sound like it doesn't sound plausible at all. At all. It doesn't sound plausible at all. Certainly our heartfelt sympathies go out to Cal's family. But that's one heck of a we're getting a series, it seems, of black men, black people hanging themselves in the South now, as if we are in Jim Crow. We know they didn't hang themselves during Jim Crow. They was hanged. There is a lot going on. But again, our heartfelt sympathies go out to Cal Basinger's family, his loved ones. Such a horrible, horrible story. All right, folks, back to the snow. And we got to do it properly,
Snow,
right?
snow, 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 go party. It's a snow day. You won't be tardy cause it's a snow day. You can sip hot chocolate cause it's a snow day. And you don't have to do your homework, it's a snow day. You can find me in the dub, coffee in my mug. Mama Nature's dropping snow and your school is staying shut. If you're into wearing sweats and you're into wearing Uggs, come get real snug cause nothing's opening up. When you pull the shades up, you'll see snow on your shrub. When I say a couple feet will pile up. When I say it's a snow day, all the students show me love. Even teachers on the low are like, hey, yo, thank.
Let's see what's happening in New York. Live, folks. Let's go live. In New York. Wow. Let's take it back to New York live. We're gonna go back live to the city. Give me a moment while we switch signals here and take you back to what's happening out there in New York. It's a horrible storm. You say, I already know that. I already know that. Here we go. Here we go. That's a live look right now, and at least the road is kind of clear there in the city that never sleeps. A lot going on there, folks. A lot going on. Just stay safe out there. Stay safe. And Orgy says, I'm complaining about 58 degrees and y'all look like Antarctica. Well, look, it is, it's like Antarctica, isn't it? Man, freezing. It's a pretty sight when it's coming down. I'm looking out now at such a beautiful sight. But as I said, who's cleaning it up? Who's cleaning this up? Man, it's a lot, folks. Down the street. That's not too far from Radio City Music Hall, actually. What a trip. The snow continues to be a problem. I'm just hoping, like I'm sure so many others are hoping, that this is it. I mean, we're coming up on March. Now, it has been blizzards in April in the Northeast. So, but the conditions are ongoing again. Winds are gusting in some areas as much as 79 miles per hour. They're talking about 1 inch per hour in many locations up and down the East Coast. Forget Martha's Vineyard and up in Massachusetts and Connecticut. They are getting absolutely slammed. You can't see it here by this picture. And in fact, this is a bit of, this took you back to when it first started, actually. That is not right now. That is when it began. And it looked a little promising when it began, right? Kind of wet, not really sticking. Until Until we got really slammed with that and that. That's about the size of it, man. Bundle up, bundle up, bundle up. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna get out of here right now, but we'll be back later. I gotta get out there. I got some boots, some gloves, some layers and stuff. Doing an assignment I gotta do. You can read about it in the New York Times, though. But I gotta get out of here. Hey, I'll be back later with some more on the weather only.
Let's go, Flame.
That's the only news that matters.